Breaking news, my wonderful people. Oh, Lawan humiliated and put to shame before his very own eyes. That is the Senate president who may not be coming back again. Now, the Senate president has taken, is not just the only one. Oh. Most of the senators in Nigeria today have turned the Senate to their heritage. Okay, so they are there, they have become kings forever. And if, it's until their dynasty that another person may come in. Ahmed Lawan, the Senate president, put someone there, according to him, to man the position so that when he goes for presidency, the person can come on board. However, the presidency turned against him, and today is a different ball game altogether. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. Bashir Sheriff has once again defeated the president of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, in the battle for the APC ticket for Yobe North Senatorial District. The Court of Appeal in Abuja today upholds the judgment of the Federal High Court sitting in the Marituru, Yaba State, which had that Lawan was not APC candidate for Yobe North Senatorial District in last election into the National Assembly. The High Court submitted that Lawan did not participate in the legally organized primary election of APC to select its candidates in the election held on 28 May 2022. Delivering judgment on the appeal filed against the High Court ruling, a three-member panel of the applicant court led by Justice Monica Dangbo held that the primary election conducted by the party on 9th June was invalid as it was breached of the Constitution. The APC made a case at the applicant court for itself, and it referred candidate Ahmed Lawan but failed to make him a co-applicant. Mr. Lawan appeared in the case on the second respondent, indicating that he and the APC were working at cross purpose while trying to achieve a goal. The court, however, ruled that the appeal was unmerited as it falls on its entirety. The applicant APC was ordered to pay the sum of 1 million naira to the first defendant, Bashir Sheriff, and so he has been upheld as the candidate for the party and not. He has been upheld, though, said is not Ahmed Lawan, who happens to be the Senate president. Now, the Senate president some time ago asked this young man to stand for him. He asked this young man to be in a position so that in case, anything happened, he does not get the presidential ticket, which he was struggling then with the likes of Rotimi Amechi, Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, Vice President Yemi Osibanjo, and others. He said if that does not happen, what he wants, he said will be quite different, and he wants, something, he wants to eat his cake and have it. He wants to be the senatorial candidate at the same time. So at the end of the day, it became really messy because the APC chairman went ahead and announced him as the candidate, as the consensus candidate for APC. However, President Muhammadu Buhari got on board and said, no, he's not the consensus candidate. And so the primaries were held. After Jagaban has said, Emilo Kon. And so by the time he said it was his turn, things fall apart when the center could no longer hold. So what happened was that the primaries has to take place by hook or by crook. And we saw Jagaban emerge victorious. Yes, Jagaban emerged victorious, and at the end of the day, see where we are at today. That was what happened. And so the guy now, he did not take the senatorial form. But what he did, he told this young man to take the form. So that the only condition in which, how the thing works is that if this young man takes the form, yes, and he goes to the presidency, he does not get it, he can come back and the young man will say, I don't feel like, he will step down. And the position is that if he steps down, then the person who was there before will now take over, which is the Senate president. Now, the young man has participated in the election, has won it. Yes, participated, he won the election. Then Ahmed Lawan came from the blues and said, okay, I did not get I did not get the presidential one. Or can you step down? The guy say, you have been a senator representing this Yobe North constituency since 1999. Excuse me, they use your name to baptize the place. Somebody else should get the, what is it? And that's how the legal battle have started. The legal battle has been on. APC chairman Abdul Rahim has been on the side of the Senate president. And the fight, has been that the man has seriously been oppressed, if you ask me. Because fly will not get tea. Now God, they drive fly for him. Car will not get tea. Now God, they help and drive fly. Not be small oppression. No. Say you won't become waiting. Not be small oppression. APC chairman, so he carried the matter for head. At some point, Seth, he released list. The guy's name was there. The other ones, they say no, the other one has no point, no business being here, And at the end of the day, they've gone to court, and you can see that a court have upheld the young man, sheriff, that he is the person who should be, the senatorial candidate for Yobe North. So, Senate president invariably has lost on both sides, because you are neither here nor there. It does not depict a position of steadiness or somebody who has his mind or his heart set on something and his focus. It shows a very confused fellow. And so he has gotten the result of confusion. When you are uncertain, when you are neither here nor there, when you cannot make a real decision, when you are supposed to make a decision and you are dabbling between opinions, when you cannot, just stand up for what is it and just say, you know what, this is it, let's take it as it is, let's move on. This is what happened. And so this man today is suffering the consequences of some of the decision he made. Right here and now, you can see that it is no longer business as usual. He's crying, but it's too late. He can't come back to the Senate. This young man now will become the senator representing Yobe North. I know that maybe we fight the guy later, but the funniest, these very first 4 years, let it go. Let it go back to this thing and go and buy Senate form. But for very has become something that we must honestly pay attention to, not fold our arms, pretend that everything is going on well. Let's do all we possibly can. Let's rise up to the occasion. Let's rise up and let's ensure that we do not allow the same thing over and over again. It's on that ground that we can truly begin to really make decisive effort and put things in position that can bring about the change. Yes, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button. God bless. Have a good day. Bye for now. Bye-bye.